see why it's needed.
Yeah.
Sometimes you've got to go where you're told to go with the benefits of their contracts and the amount of money they earn. I wonder if you said to them, well, look, okay, we know you don't want to go on this World Club, midsummer trip. But okay, I tell you what, you go and get an ordinary job. But we'll work 5 6 days a week, 7 8 hours. And what are they going to say? You well know what. And I think most footballers take it like that. That they are
Yeah.
very blessed. They have charmed lives. It's tough. It is tough. You've got to maintain that fitness and that eating regime, all the fitness,
Yeah.
the exercise, everything. It's a tough life. Like any sportsman, like a tennis player, like a rower, for example, whatever. It's tough, but you get the rewards, but you've also got to pay your dues as well. So I don't think they've got an argument if they are asked to go out to one of those things. As to what you were saying about Europe rather than America,
Yeah.
yes, in a way you could say Europe is kind of the international hub of world football. Maybe
Right.
it's not, because if you think of South America, it's always been a hotbed of football, association
Right.
football.
Right.
But then nowadays, so is North America, America itself. The US is very football mad. I mean, you hear things like the soccer mums who take their kids to the soccer games and things like that. It's a big deal now in the US. So in one way, in terms of numbers of people playing and the size of that continent, North and South America, they could well argue that they could become a bit of a hub for football, for soccer as well. I
Yeah.
actually think it's quite good because we do have the Euros, and I think it's good. If I was a footballer, I would appreciate the experience of also going over to America, North or South, to play football in a competition. I think the more you learn about the game you play for a living, the better. So I think it's a positive thing for most players.
All right. Yeah. Oh, that's a good point that you've made. Now, I know you did mention about Manchester City being knocked out by Al Hilal or Ha Hilal, whatever, however they pronounce it. No disrespect to
Al
the
Hilal, isn't it? Al
Al,
Hilal.
Al Hilal,
Yeah.
yeah. No disrespect to them. But just on the back of that, because then that's been covered. But just on the back of that, there was Cristiano Ronaldo saying that Al Hilal, and I think it's on the back of that actually, that Al Hilal should is now top five in the world of football. So they're now in the world of club football, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Saudi, just saying that Saudi Arabian clubs are now gaining that much recognition. They are in the top five of world recognized football around the world, or recognized football club. Do you share that sentiment?
No, I mean, if Ronaldo says it, then presumably, excuse me, presumably there's something in that. But and clearly
Right.
they're coming on strong if they can beat Manchester City like that. That's very
Yeah.
true. And of course, Ronaldo has just signed this new contract, hasn't he? Did you see that? For he's in Saudi, isn't he?
Yeah,
And
it is.
it's something. It's something like 230 million
Wow.
a month. It's ridiculous, but it's something like that. If I'm way off beam, I apologise, but I don't believe I am. I was
Wow.
only querying whether it was 230 million a week, but
Yeah.
that cannot be. I think he's on about 230 million a month, and it's 2 or 3 year contracts, I believe. So quite incredible and he's obviously still producing the goods for his team because I think
Indeed.
he's 40. Because I think
Indeed.
he's 40 now, isn't he? We established he's 40,
At 41.
41. So a
Yeah.
man of his age, a
Yeah.
fantastic footballer in his time, but it shows you how the money in Saudi is just like leaves on the trees, isn't it? Really,
Yeah,
it's quite incredible.
yeah,
But he, yes, if he says that they're the fifth best team in the world, well, there's obviously something in that. But I still think the Saudis have got some way to go.
yeah,
There is still a gap between the level, the standard in Saudi as
yeah,
against the leagues in Europe and America, I would have said.
yeah. I would agree with you because um, they haven't really got the spectators or audience, to make that bold claim. I mean, yeah, they haven't. I mean, they're not. I mean, there were clubs, so sometimes when I watch or listen to, or tune into the DAZN is called. So DAZN is like the official
Yeah,
app that is showing these games, these FIFA World Cup games. And when I tune in, sometimes just browsing around, I would see teams that I've never heard of, and I'll think, oh yeah, and then I'll have to Google it to say, well, where they were, or where they've come from, and some of them, the Brazilian ones are really good, the teams in Brazil, and I've never actually looked at a Saudi Arabian team and gone, yeah, I recognize that team. Now I do now because Ronaldo's there, and a few of our
yeah.
boys have also gone over there as well, and aren't they? I think the latest one to go was that Aston Villa chap,
Oh
John Duran.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah, Duran.
yeah. So Duran's obviously gone there, and that's why a lot of them, just go in there. And I can understand how, because most things that we watch now is only getting more popular because of the internet. So
Yeah,
you'd have,
yeah.
yes, yeah, that's what it is. So, I mean, musicians have used that method for years. You get a musician that is not known, and they collaborate with a musician that is well known. All of a sudden,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
raises their profile, don't it? And I think Saudi Arabia is using that very well to
mm,
their advantage, where they get these players that have made a name, and they bring them over, and then all of a sudden they're mentioning them in the same light that they're mentioning these other players, and then the clubs as well. So I can understand that, but it's still a long way to go to make that.